So let's just look at the menus themselves. So the first menu is book. We just looked at that. We can go down to zone. This allows us to set up as many zones as we want to put our channels in that make sense to us, so we don't end up having to search through, thousands of channels to find what we want. We can go into our scan menu. Scan allows us to turn it off and on, the scan list and so forth. We can go into settings. So we can set our radio. Those settings are voice, display, key, and other. We can go into channel set, which is handy because it allows us to program a channel within a submenu, so we're not bouncing all over. So we open up here, we can see if we want a new channel, delete, what kind of channel, the time code, and all those kinds of things that are necessary for either an analog or for a DMR channel. So there's a lot of things that we can set there in the channel set, and then we can go into device info. So we'll back out of this. This allows us to record. We can turn record on or off, and that's handy if you like to record your conversations, or for example, if you're using this for satellites, you can record the satellite stuff to help you keep track of when those various things occurred. Let me go back up to settings here. We're going to go down to device info. I didn't show you that. So it's the radio's ID. I'm going to want to put that in. It's just 8 numbers right now. I'm going to want to put my DMR ID in there, the radio name, and so forth. And again, I find it's easier to do in the customer programming software. But again, as you can see, we can do it here. We can go into our satellite mode. We can find the location. We can pick satellites. We can, fix beacon and go these various things. We select those. We see that these are all added in. Now that becomes part of the interesting part of this little radio in terms of its satellite. It does get kind of complex, and it's not just totally intuitive, at least it isn't for me so far.